I'm Mike Kilburn.
And I'm Renee Joseph.
And coming up on today's episode, this is our monthly Business Around Town show.
We have some wonderful businesses to showcase today, including a brewery and some special pet services for your furry friends.
So grab that cup of coffee and join us as we check some businesses out in the Central Ohio area.
Crooked Can Brewing Company in Hilliard has one of the largest patios at 7,000 square feet.
That's right, and we learned about some of the events that they have coming up in the next few months.
The concept, again, is brewery and then local, unique food. The original Crooked Can is in Florida. It was an amazing brewery with great beer, and that was a nice part about Hilliard, is not that there wasn't local food here, not that there wasn't food available, but we knew that we could bring in some more unique food and offer the city, offer the people of the city just more options. We went out searching for people that worked in food trucks. We went to local markets and we went out and found those people because we knew they could work in small spaces. Originally, Dumplings of Fury was one of the first ones we have. As we go down the line, Meatball Mafia was again another food truck we found. Then Hot Mess was one of the last ones that came in, and we were waiting for a burger place. Because Pete Abilities, as far as food, Cheesecake Girl was very well known throughout the city. Bakes by Lo, cookies, her cookies are absolutely amazing. Her decorations are awesome. Another unique one, Coffee Connections, is here local, but they wanted to have a second location. Al's Delicious Popcorn, and then Two Step Taco was again part of Legacy that is now part of us. With the park being across the street, what was great is they throw 45 events a year, and it just becomes natural business for us. But we throw as many events as we can. Some coming up we're going to have a big Derby Day blowout. We'll have a lot of events for the kids because it's, again, yes, we love our adults drinking beer, but we love the fact that families can come in too. The 1st of June starts the concert series on Thursday nights at the park, and those are just always a great hit for us. Find us on our website, which is www.crookedcanohio.com. All of our social media, Instagram and Facebook, are both at Crooked Can Ohio.
Honest, great service in auto repair is sometimes hard to find.
And that's why we go to Luke's Automotive Service. He started in a one-bay facility and it has grown to the largest independent repair facility in Central Ohio. But you know what the good news is? You still get that same personal service like it was that one-bay garage.
There's a number of things that sets Luke's Auto apart from other companies. One big one is our warranty. We're a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty, which is actually 5 times the national average warranty. So we stand behind our work. Another thing would be we've really made it a point to hire great people, both technically people who are amazing at working on cars, but also technicians and advisors that genuinely care about other people and want to do what's best for other people. We're also one of the biggest independent shops in Columbus, so we have over 20 technicians with a ton of experience. So the chances are that whatever car you have, we're going to have a factory-trained technician who knows your car inside and out. So Luke's Auto actually has free loaner cars for customers. So while you're in getting your car repaired, we can set you up with a free loaner car at no charge to you. We also provide complimentary Uber rides. And then another cool thing that we do is digital inspections. So we can send you pictures and videos of what's going on with your car. So when we recommend something, you can actually see it and see what needs done on it. There's a number of cool opportunities that we've been able to be a part of. One really cool thing is we've started a nonprofit mechanic training program. We focus on at-risk youth, but it's open to all youth in Columbus. High school students can come to this center that we've started and can actually learn how to work on cars, how to fix things at no charge. For more information, you can find us online at lukesautoservice.com, or you can give us a call at 614-885-2880.
Mattress Warehouse of Central Ohio will meet with you one-on-one to make sure you get the mattress that's right for you.
And you know what the good news is? They offer everything from economy to luxury options.
First of all, we set times to meet our families here, so it's really by appointment only. We're not open from 10 in the morning till 8 at night like most retail stores. And I do that because it's more flexible for my customers. It makes it much more convenient for them. I have it so they can take it home the same day, or we have very flexible delivery schedules. We can usually even do same day or next day delivery. My prices are lower than retail for a number of different factors. Number one, take a look around the warehouse here. It is not a really fancy space. It's not 20,000 square feet on Polaris Parkway or some expensive retail location. It's kind of a bare bones warehouse. I set up a showroom area here. I put sample mattresses down for my customers to try everything out. Second, I've got a warehouse attached to the building here, so everything's in stock. I buy in bulk. I buy directly from the factory. In addition to the low overhead with the building itself, I also have no salespeople here. That's one of the reasons I meet by appointment. I don't want my customers to have high pressure or the expense of a salesperson's commission. I want to sit one-on-one with my customers and really understand their needs and be able to match them to the right mattress and base for them. My customers are pretty happy shopping with me, and the reason why is because, number one, it's convenient. So I can come and meet somebody on their lunch hour. I meet a lot of people before work, 7:30 in the morning, so they can get a mattress chosen. Plus, they're the only ones here. They and their family are the only ones here during their appointment time. So they have the opportunity to try everything out and ask me questions and just take their time, not feel pressured. For more information, people can ideally call or text me at 614-468-3070. That's the most common way people reach me. They also go to my website, which is powellmattresswarehouse.com, and it's all by appointment.
We all love our pets, but sometimes with work and kids, taking them out for a walk can be challenging.
And straight ahead, we're going to show you a service that might be able to help you with that chore. Stay with us. Need to get away from it all? Spend a night surrounded by luxury and serenity with Cabins by the Caves in the beautiful Hocking Hills. Whether a besties weekend or romantic getaway, Cabins by the Caves has packages perfect for every occasion. From massages to in-room chefs and so much more, they'll arrange it. You just show up to the cabin and relax. So for more information about the cabins or to book your stay, call 877-322-2283 or go to cabinsbythecaves.com. Keep up with O&A. Follow us on Instagram at Out and About Columbus. We take you there.
Pet Promise is a cat and dog rescue made up of a group of volunteers who care about companion animals.
And the Pet Promise founders actually started finding homes for stray cats and dogs about 1996, and that led them to form Pet Promise in 1999.
We are an animal welfare organization. We rescue homeless cats, dogs, puppies, and kittens. And then we also have 2 outreach programs. One of those is where we spay and neuter unowned community cats around Central Ohio. And then we also have a pet food pantry. So we assist families who were struggling temporarily to feed their animals, feed their pets, with the goal of keeping those pets in their homes where they're already loved versus being potentially having to be surrendered to a shelter or abandoned. So there's lots of ways to get involved, whether that be, volunteering as a foster. Our pets stay in volunteer foster homes until they find their forever families. You could also do things like working at fundraising events or cleaning cages at one of our business partner locations. If you're a small business owner, you can partner with us as one of our community partners, like All Paws here that we're at right now. This business is a huge supporter of our organization, and we are so grateful for everything that they do for us. We actually have some of our foster dogs come here for boarding as an example, and they're great to work with. Even if you're not pet related, potentially ways you can help us by doing pet food drives or things like that. Coming up on May 27th, the Rescue Run, which is the biggest biggest fundraiser we have every year. This is our 23rd year. It's Memorial Weekend, Saturday, May 27th. It's downtown Columbus in the Arena District. It's a 5K, 10K walk run that supports all the work that we do saving homeless pets. For more information, people can go to petpromise.org or email pets@petpromise.org.
We are back on the farm at Utzi's Farm Market, and Greg told us about some of the spring produce he has coming in.
Plus, he told us when the corn crib is going to open and a new pork product that he has that you talk about source local. How about right behind the market? I always have to ask you, so what's new this month? Because there's always something new out here.
Well, of course, we're heading into spring. You know, it doesn't feel like it, but we're getting there. We're bringing a lot of produce up from the south. Watermelon cantaloupe have been great. Strawberries are great. They're moving up the coast already. We're up in South Carolina strawberries, so that's always new this time of year. Of course, that brings us into opening up the corn crib out there, and we're looking by middle May. Hopefully, it's going to warm up by then, but then we'll have more fresh stuff, sweet corn, all that coming up from the south.
Is this a headache for farmers when we see temperatures 80 degrees one day and then freezing the next?
Oh, yeah, and we're sitting here today wondering if we should be planting or not. We've planted a lot of soybeans, a lot of sweet corns out there, starting to sprout, but when it gets cold at night like that, that stuff stops growing and makes it harder to get through the ground.
I understand you have pork now, and it's locally sourced here?
Yeah, we're always about that local company, local source, local family. Well, this doesn't get any closer. It's my son and his wife and 2 boys. They're raising hogs right behind the building here, and he has that in our store now, retailing all kinds of cuts and ground pork. They do an awesome job where he takes to get it butchered, but you can see those pigs right here behind the market.
So I have to ask you, because I know we've been talking about the last couple of times we've been out, the expansion plans. How's that coming?
Yeah, the drawings are almost finished, and like we talked about before, it'll be a little bit till you see changes in the store, but we'll have a new building out back that'll be our warehouse and have coolers and stuff in it. And then by next winter, we plan to start remodeling in the store, and you'll see some huge changes that will actually affect our customers, and it'll be much better.
Well, Greg, tell us when we can get out here and check out what you have in the store, and then, of course, the corn crib.
Of course, we're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. We're just south of Plain City off of Route 42. Check us out online.
And don't forget about getting those weekly specials. How do I do that?
Sign up on Facebook or on our website, and they'll come to you on Sundays.
Fantastic. Greg, good seeing you again.
Thanks, Mike.
Susan started Pablo's Pals Pet Service as kind of a side job to help people who were extremely busy walk their pets.
And I learned about what inspired her to start this business, as well as the services that she offers, and that business has grown into several walkers. So tell us a little bit about the services that you offer.
Well, we offer a handful of services. We primarily do dog walking services. We also offer pet transportation, basically local transport for your dog or cat to get to a vet appointment or to get to daycare. Sometimes people just use it so that when they get home, they don't have to pick up their dog from daycare and they're waiting at home for them already. We also do pet sitting services. So when folks are on vacation, we can drop in multiple times a day to make sure their pets are cared for properly until they get home.
Is there any challenges to walking dogs? Seriously, I would think there would be some challenges.
There absolutely is. Every dog is completely different. Some are sweet angel babies and are really well trained on leash and do well with other dogs. Of course, there are some that have some issues, behavioral issues.
Sure.
We do not offer training, but we are 100% behind any training that the owner already has in place. So we try to reinforce that on our walks as well.
So what inspired you to get into this business?
The short answer is I am an incredibly nervous dog mama. So when I started the company, I had a sweet puggle named Pablo. He passed away a few years ago. And anytime I would leave, whether it was for work or for pleasure, I would just agonize over if he was getting the care that he needed. So that did make me want to provide that service for other people, and just knowing that they have that relief, they can concentrate on what's in front of them.
Sure.
They don't have to constantly be worried about how their pet's doing. They have that reassurance and that peace of mind, and I personally think that's invaluable to have.
Someone wants to get a hold of you to have you take care of their pet and walk them? How do they do that?
They can reach us by phone at 614-774-5685. You can also find us online at pablospals.com, and we are at Pablo's Pals Pet Service on Facebook and Instagram.
Coming up, this husband and wife team want to make your event memorable.
Yeah, this cool concept will be coming to a party near you. Those details straight ahead. Are you concerned about love, money, career, or other life decisions? Explore your future with professional psychic medium Susan Rollins.
For nearly 30 years, I have successfully guided people of all ages and backgrounds through many life choices and decisions.
To start on your path of discovery with Susan, call 614-804-1450 or go to SusanRollins.com today.
Would you like your business to make an appearance on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more. With Mother's Day right around the corner, tropical nut and fruit should be your go-to to make mom a wonderful gift basket.
Yeah, and Alicia Bruno told us about all the options available for that Mother's Day gift basket, as well as the fine wine selection they have.
Well, Alicia, good to have you back on the show.
I'm glad to have you, Mike.
You know, Mother's Day, we got actually a lot of things that are just around the corner, and this is the perfect place to get those gifts, right?
It is, especially the Mother's Day thing. So we have a bunch of different things featured back here with the baskets. It includes wine and champagne, and most moms probably kind of have everything. So maybe pick up like a little spa gift or a gift card and pack a special basket for Mother's Day. I mean, you could have all her favorite treats and nuts and candies and a little champagne or wine, and it's just a really beautiful gift.
So what's the process if I want to get a gift basket?
Well, normally what happens is people come in and they pick out what they want. Sometimes they'll bring their own additions to the basket. It could be a favorite little token or a present or a gift or a favorite chocolate, and my girls will actually include it and pack it in the basket with our own items. I prefer to have my own items and pick out my own items, but some people don't want to make the trip down here. They just want to come in and have it packed already and and then just go.
Graduation's another thing coming up, right?
Yeah, so one thing that we have seen in the last few years really get popular are candy bars and candy like buffets where people come in and they buy specific colors, and actually even weddings and graduation events. And you can build a whole little assortment selection on like a little buffet of candies and nuts and mixes. And you know, we're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, and 9 to 3 on Saturday.
Fantastic. Alicia, good seeing you. Happy Mother's Day.
And thank you so much.
Ty Woods with Landscaping 365 has been a regular on the show. Ty always has great advice for you to help get your lawn in great shape for spring and summer.
And no matter how bad that lawn looks, he can make it look like a golf course. He gave us some tips about what he's doing with the yard that he worked on last month to tell us how to get it ready for summer.
This house we were at last month, and I know you guys did some work. They started cleaning out some of the flower beds and things like that. So what are they doing today to get this thing under control?
You're right. We were here last time, getting some of those weeds out of there, edging the beds, trimming bushes and whatnot. Now it's time to put in some premium mulch so that we can give it curb appeal and give it some color.
Well, I know I saw your guys cut the lawn today. Is it time to start cutting the lawn?
For sure. And then you got to make sure you get on a top-notch fertilization program that can handle anything that your yard would throw at you this year, whether it be the weeds, insects. You need to get on a top-notch program right now and get everything taken care of.
Yeah. How often do you suggest someone mow the lawn?
Every week, for sure. The main thing to remember, though, is that you're never supposed to take a third off of the lawn. So you might even have to mow it twice a week, depending on the health of your lawn. But the key is typically every week, make sure you're never removing more than 1/3, though.
If we go into a big dry spell this summer, should you wait to mow the lawn and you start seeing the grass browning out?
Well, if it's dormant, goes into what's called a dormant stage, then you're probably okay, but still don't let other areas get too long. You just got to remember, never remove more than 1/3 of the grass plant.
Well, how do we get a hold of you to get these services for our own homes?
You can give us a call, 866-LAND-365. That's 866-526-3365, or go to our website, landscaping365.com.
Fantastic. Ty, good seeing you again. Thanks for being on the show.
Always a pleasure.
Steve and Heather Graham started Tipsy Margarita of Central Ohio. They provide the mixes, you provide the alcohol.
And we learn what flavors they have as well as what events that they cover.
Tipsy Margarita is a family-owned business. We rent out industrial-sized slushy machines for any event in your life. One day, our goal is to be your one-stop shop for any party rental needs. And our slogan to our customers is that we do all the work so you can have all the fun.
Tipsy Margarita provides free delivery and pickup. We'll show the customer how to use the machine, how to add a second batch if you want to buy additional batches. We do not provide the alcohol. It's up to the customer if they want to add the alcohol to it or not.
Tipsy Margarita can show up for any event in your life. Housewarming parties, bachelorette parties, graduations. We do lots of weddings, kids' birthday parties, adult birthday parties, you name it, and we can show up. Our flavors include orange, cherry, lemonade, blue raspberry, grape, apple cider is my favorite, strawberry daiquiri, lime margarita, pina colada, mango. So really we can do just about any flavor if you want to be creative.
For more information, you can contact us at steve@tipsymargarita.com or www.tipsymargarita.com. Our telephone number is 614-388-8019. Our website's really user-friendly. You can schedule your party date on our website. We'll show up 2 hours before you want to start pouring drinks. We'll show you how to use it, and we will show back up when your party's over.
And the only thing you have to do is just hit the off button when you're done.
Coming up, we talk to a business that provides total dedication to man's best friend.
Whether it's daycare, grooming, or their self-serve dog wash, we got some details on that straight ahead.
Are you seeing mold, mildew, or even foundation issues in your basement? C&J Basement Solutions is Central Ohio's basement repair expert.
We had the moldy smell, took some boards off the wall and realized we may have had a little bit of bigger issue than we thought. So C&J came in, showed us some great solutions and saved us thousands and thousands of dollars basically over everybody else.
So to save thousands over the other basement companies, contact C&J Basement Solutions at 614-714-4842 or cnjbasementsolutions.com.
Like the Out and About Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news on upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/outandaboutcolumbus.
Columbus Collision Center is Columbus's only female-owned body shop. Do you know what you can and can't do if you're involved in a collision?
That's why I took some time with Ashley and learned about some of the steps and pitfalls if your car's been involved in a collision.
Tell us a little bit about a situation. If I have my car in an accident or it's in an accident, how do I know that at the end of the repair it's as good as before I got in the crash?
Your car should always be returned to pre-crash condition. There should never be a squeak, a sound, a shimmy in your car that wasn't there before your crash. And if your car isn't returned to that condition, it hasn't been repaired properly.
So let's talk a little bit about how I select a body shop. Does the insurance company tell me who I have to go to?
They're not supposed to, by law, tell you where to send a car. That's called steering. But they can highly suggest to you where to go. But you can always tell your insurance where you want to go.
So let's talk about the appraisal. As I understand it today, most of the insurance companies have an appraiser that comes out and appraises the dollar amount of damage to your car. Is that correct?
Since the time of COVID, we don't see a lot of adjusters anymore. Most of it's all done virtually. Even at a body shop, we do a lot of the adjusting. We do a lot of the appraisal. We send it in virtually with pictures. A lot of the appraisers have not returned to the field.
So what if there's a difference between what the appraised damage value is and what the actual value is?
We do what we call supplementing, and a lot of times some cars will have to go through several supplements. That's where your mechanic shop or your dealership would come into play as well. They do a visual estimate in the beginning, which is a lot of the virtual work, and then the car will be torn down over steps.
I think that's good information. I don't think a lot of people know that.
No, they don't. No, and a lot of people don't get in crashes every day, so they don't understand how the process goes.
Well, give us some contact information, Ashley, where we can find you on South High.
Okay, it's 2757 South High Street in Columbus, Ohio, and you can call us at 614-350-8251.
C&J Basement saved a customer $33,000.
Yeah, we learned how this customer could have made a big mistake had they not called C&J Basement Solutions.
A story that you got that's pretty interesting. And so tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, so this is kind of our goal, honestly, when we come out to a house is not necessarily our goal. It's just we're going to find the problem. But we go down into his basement and he has poured concrete walls. Poured concrete walls will develop cracks around the foundation. Usually not a problem unless they leak water. This one was leaking water. So I gave him a quote for the one. We walked around the rest of the basement to determine whether there was anything else to see. Everything looked good. So it was simply one crack repair that needed to be done. Then he asked me, Ron, you don't think I need to break my floor up, put a footer drain system or anything like that? And I said, well, no. He said, Ron, you're my fourth estimate. He said, I have quotes ranging from $15,000 to $35,000 to solve the problem. And I said, well, how old's your house? He said, 5 years old. So they had him so scared that he actually hired an engineer. So when he had the engineer out, the engineer gave him a completely clean bill of health. Doesn't need anything, fixed the one crack that we'd quoted him. So we came out and did his simple repair, very routine repair. And then I was talking to him and I said, well, I would make him pay for that engineer's report because you would have never had an engineer out here had they not come and told you the stories that they told you were untrue, verified by an engineer, of course. And he said, I really should do that. I'd left the house. About 20 minutes later, he had texted me and said, Ron, they're paying for the engineer's report, which simply means that they knew they did wrong.
It's just amazing when you hear these stories. And like I said, from all the interviews that I did, every one of them, and we did not set anybody up, they said they saved thousands of dollars over the estimates that they had gotten. So C&J is the place to call, right?
Well, that's exactly right. In this instance, he saved up to $33,000. Yeah.
So Ron, where can we learn more about C&J Basement Solutions?
You can look us up at cnjbasementsolutions.com or simply call the number on the screen.
Barks and Rec provides premier pet services, including daycare, boarding, and self-serve dog wash.
And it's an employment platform for people that have intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Barks and Rec is a full-service pet business, so we do daycare, boarding, grooming, and then in addition to that, we also have a nonprofit that does job training and development for individuals with different abilities. And having the two combination into one business, it allows us to support the community as well as it benefits both people. If you've ever witnessed an animal with an individual with a different ability, you would understand the magic that happens behind it all. And as a pet owner myself, witnessing them care for animals, I would want to bring my animals here. What inspired me to start Barks and Rec was a lifelong love of animals and a forever passion for caretaking for both, pets and people. The community can help support us by liking and sharing our social media. We always accept monetary donations as well as household donations like paper towels, bath towels, or blankets. For more information, people can find us at our current location, 1010 West 5th Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43212. But we're actually getting ready to move to a larger facility at the end of May, and you can find details about that on our website, barksandrecohio.com. Our phone number is 614-725-1475.
Need to get away from it all? Spend a night surrounded by luxury and serenity with Cabins by the Caves in the beautiful Hocking Hills. Whether a besties weekend or romantic getaway, Cabins by the Caves has packages perfect for every occasion. From massages to in-room chefs and so much more, they'll arrange it. You just show up to the cabin and relax. So for more information about the cabins or to book your stay, call 877-322-2283 or go to cabinsbythecaves.com. Well, we hope you enjoyed today's show and you want to visit some of the businesses that we took you to. And remember, if you missed any of today's show, you can always go to our website at onacolumbus.com. That's where you'll find this show as well as past episodes. And be sure to like us on Facebook and Instagram. Renee, what's coming up next week?
Well, next week we kick off May's Small Business Month as we shop small, shop local.
So until next time,
have a great week.
Closed captioning brought to you by Explore Hocking Hills. Spring is sprung and it's a great time to visit the Hocking Hills. For more information, go to exploreHockingHills.com.